Hey there, famous fans. You won't believe the latest twist in the Trump saga. Hold on to your popcorn because it's getting wild. In a move that's got everyone raising an eyebrow or two, Donald Trump has laid down a new demand ahead of his debate with none other than Kamala Harris next week. And folks, it's not about policy. Oh no, it's all about height. Yes, you heard that right. Trump, ever the showman, is insisting that no boxes or artificial lifts be allowed during the debate. Apparently, the 6'3" Trump doesn't want to give his 5'4" opponent an extra boost, literally. Can you imagine? Harris trying to match Trump's towering presence with a little help from her footwear, or dare we say a box? Not on Trump's watch. He's calling it cheating because apparently in politics, even a few extra inches can make all the difference. Oh, but that's just the beginning of this wild showdown. You're tuned into Famous Faces Scoop TV, where there's never a dull moment. So what's the deal with this whole no boxes demand, you ask? Well, let's break it down. Trump took to his social media platform Truth Social to throw shade on the idea that Harris might need a little height assistance. He's claiming that it would be, get this, a form of cheating, and has made it clear that he won't stand for any artificial lifts being used during the debate. He's already been through this rodeo before, pointing back to a previous clash with former NYC Mayor Michael Bloomberg, who was also accused of wanting a little vertical help during a debate. Now, sure, it might seem like a small pun intended issue, but here's where it gets juicy historically. The taller candidate has often had an edge in elections. Could this be Trump's subtle way of throwing shade at Harris before they even take the stage? I mean, he's certainly playing up the whole height equals might narrative, and who knows, maybe he thinks those extra inches will give him a leg up, literally and figuratively, on debate night. But here's the kicker: Trump's own height has been a topic of debate pun, very much intended for years. While he claims to be 6'3", his self-reported height has fluctuated more than his political positions. Back in April 2023, when he was indicted on some allegations in New York, he claimed to be 6'2". Then when he was booked at Fulton County Jail in Georgia, yes, more legal drama for the Donald, he suddenly grew back to 6'3". Coincidence? We think not. And if that wasn't enough tea to spill, Trump's weight is also up for debate. He reportedly weighed in at a lean 215 pounds before his booking in Georgia, but let's just say the numbers don't always seem to add up. Is there a little, shall we say, artificial lifting going on here too? I'll let you draw your own conclusions, famous fans. Moving on, there's also the matter of the debate format itself, and boy has it sparked some controversy. According to reports, Trump's team has begrudgingly accepted a rule that will see candidates' microphones muted when they're not speaking. Yep, you heard that right. No more interrupting or outbursts while the other is talking. It's almost as if Trump's signature debate style, interrupting, loud outbursts, you know the drill, might be under threat. Trump's debate style has been a defining feature of his political career. Remember the 2020 presidential debates, where his constant interruptions and fiery exchanges with Joe Biden made headlines. This tactic has worked to his advantage, rattling his opponents and keeping the conversation on his terms. But now, with muted microphones, that strategy may be in jeopardy. Kamala Harris' team, on the other hand, was apparently banking on Trump's unpredictable outbursts to score some easy debate points. Harris, it seems, was hoping to exploit one of Trump's famous tirades, but alas, ABC's debate rules aren't playing along. Is this a win for Trump or a silent blow to his usual debate strategy? Either way, it's shaping up to be quite the showdown in Philadelphia. As if that weren't enough, Trump's campaign also got a major boost when New York Judge Juan Merchan decided to delay his sentencing in the infamous Stormy Daniels case until after the November election. That's right, folks, the sentencing was supposed to happen in September, just 2 months before Election Day, but now it's pushed back until November 26th. Coincidence? Timing? Strategy? You be the judge. This delay has sparked speculation that Trump's legal team is strategically managing the calendar to keep him out of the courtroom and out of the headlines for as long as possible during the critical election season. After all, the optics of a candidate being sentenced in a high-profile case just weeks before voters head to the polls could be catastrophic for any campaign. But for Trump, who thrives on drama and defiance, the delay may be just a breather he needs to keep the focus on his political messaging rather than his legal battles. In another twist, Trump has issued a warning because what would a Trump debate week be without a bit of drama and, of course, a threat or two? This time, his ire is directed at Kamala Harris campaign donors. Trump's message was loud and clear: anyone involved in a so-called election steal will be facing his wrath. The warning was sent out on Truth Social and X, formerly Twitter, where Trump declared that donors, lawyers, political operatives, and even illegal voters would be pursued with unprecedented legal action. This isn't the first time Trump has targeted the financial backers of his political opponents. In 2020, he famously singled out corporations and individuals who donated to Democratic causes, even threatening to boycott their businesses. Now, with Harris raising a staggering $230 million more than Trump in campaign donations during August alone, it's no surprise that the former president is feeling the heat. Is this why he's lashing out at Harris' financial backers? You know, Trump always ready to throw a punch when it comes to money. But wait, it gets better. Trump, never one to let a good conspiracy go to waste, is pushing for a change to the 25th Amendment. His suggestion: make it easier to impeach a vice president if they, and I quote, lie or engage in a conspiracy to cover up the incapacity of the president. Of course, this is all aimed directly at Kamala Harris, who has been accused by Trump of covering up Joe Biden's supposed cognitive decline. In classic Trump fashion, he's proposing a change to the Constitution itself, because why not? It's not like amending the Constitution is an easy process or anything. While this proposal is unlikely to gain any serious traction, it's a prime example of Trump's ability to keep the spotlight on his narrative, no matter how far-fetched it may seem. By floating the idea of a 25th Amendment revision, Trump is not only questioning Harris' integrity, but also casting doubt on Biden's fitness to lead. This kind of messaging plays directly to his base, who have long been skeptical of Biden's cognitive abilities and view Harris as complicit in a so-called cover-up. But let's not forget Harris' response. She's denied any cover-up, insisting that Biden is fit as a fiddle and ready for a second term. In her one and only sit-down interview since securing the Democratic nomination, she assured voters that Biden has the intelligence, judgment, and disposition to serve out another 4 years. But of course, that's not going to stop Trump from calling for her impeachment. Harris, known for her sharp debate skills and calm demeanor, isn't likely to be rattled by Trump's attacks. During her 2020 vice presidential debate against Mike Pence, she managed to hold her ground and deliver some memorable one-liners that resonated with voters. However, facing off against Trump is a different ballgame altogether. Will she be able to maintain her composure under his relentless scrutiny, or will Trump's unconventional debate tactics throw her off balance? Donald Trump, the king of grand entrances, swoops into Wisconsin on his private jet to a crowd of 15,000 adoring fans. Cue the dramatic music. He's here to save free speech, because in Trump's world, it's being snatched away like the last slice of pizza at a party. Trump didn't call out the fake news by name, but honey, we know who he's side-eyeing. Just days after the New York Times boss, A.G. Sulzberger, dropped a scathing op-ed, basically dragging Trump in the Washington Post, Trump pulls out his classic move: they've taken away your free speech. And bam, here comes the boogeyman media narrative. But wait, there's more drama. Trump promised to sign an executive order to ban federal employees from colluding to limit speech. While this is about to get spicy, any bureaucrat caught censoring speech fired. Picture it like Trump's version of The Apprentice, you're banned. Now let's talk about his sparring partner in this saga, Kamala Harris. While she's been cruising around Wisconsin, shaking hands and flashing smiles, Trump's out here painting her as the reason for every crime wave and border crisis. It's the ultimate blame game showdown. He even took time to rip apart her border policies, claiming they're draining your pockets. Is Harris ready for Tuesday's debate after all these digs? Oh, you know it's going to be explosive. So famous fans, what do you think? Will Trump's height demands throw Kamala off her game, or will the debate stage become a battle of wits and inches? Will Trump's push to amend the Constitution gain any traction, or is it just another one of his headline-grabbing stunts? And most importantly, will this debate turn into the spectacle we're all expecting, or will the muted microphones take away all the fun? Stay tuned, because you know this is going to be one for the history books, whether it's due to the content of the debate or the sheer drama surrounding it. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss any of the action.